Hey team, remember that song? Show me what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. Well, that song was back in the day around 2005-ish, mid 2000s, and that used to be the jam. It definitely was my jam. If it wasn't your jam, I strongly recommend checking it out. Well, today I want to show you what you're working with. Hey team, it's Coach Fen from 10out of10.com, and Monday sets the tone. I strongly believe if you effectively execute your plan on Monday, it'll trickle into your Tuesday, your Wednesday, and into the rest of the week. Well, today I want to dive into your brain, your subconscious mind, because that's what you're working with. It's like a pantry, or think a big server that you can just store a ton of information. You can store anything you want, and when you need to recall that information, your conscious mind taps into that subconscious mind. Well, what if you don't know what you want? That's the problem. Sometimes we don't know what we want, and a lot of times we just store a whole bunch of data with no purpose. Well, that can't be us. We can't continue that anymore. I want to talk about one little scenario. Picture a person who wants to be a real estate agent. Now, that real estate agent has nothing to recall, right? Because you want to be a real estate agent. You're not a real estate agent yet. So there's these processes that you need to do. One, get licensed, meaning I'm going to put all this information into my book, from this book into my mind. So it dives deep into my subconscious mind. Well, the other thing you want to do is also put yourself around the people in the industry. You're gonna need to know bankers, you're gonna need to know contractors, and a series of other people, because if you reverse engineer the process of buying a house, or if you're gonna be on a commercial side, either way, you need to know all of these steps and all the people who are involved. So now, going through that process, you're gonna put all of that information into your storehouse, which is your subconscious mind. So when you finally become that agent that you wanna be, you can recall everything that you want. Why? Because you have that data already. You can always go back to that file and retrieve that information. Or if you want to perceive it as a pantry, you could always go to the pantry and remove that information or remove that item. That's what you're working with. But I gave you an example of a person who knew exactly what they wanted to do. Do you know what you want to do? And if you don't, you're going to read about real estate agents, you're going to read about contractors, you're going to read about astronauts, you're going to read about artists, you're going to read about programming, you're going to read about a whole bunch of things because you're not giving yourself direction. Well, today, if you know what you're working with and you know what it's capable of, you also need to know that you can undo anything that you did. I strongly believe in second chances, and this thing is built for that. If you get cut, that cut's not permanent. It's going to heal. If you get a broken bone, that broken bone will heal. So whatever happens to the physical structure always happens to the subconscious, that spiritual, that non-touchy-feely structure as well. You're wired for second chances. You're wired to give yourself more opportunity. So now you can undo all this stuff that you had in your storehouse. You can literally delete it out of there, out of the cloud, or however you want to perceive it, and start over. Start over now. Become decisive. Pull in the things that you really want, things that you really need. And now that you know what you want, find a way to move. Hey team, it's Coach Fen. Well, I finally have it. Everyone has been asking me like, hey Fen, how do I let people know that I'm going to set the tone? I finally have the shirts available. They're available on our website, 10out of10.com, or you could also go to FendyAlexis.com. It's Fendy with a Y. Don't try to play me. Get these shirts. They're available. We're going to have tank tops. We're going to have hats. We're going to let the world know who we really are. We're live.